Hi there, it's the Buckeye Brother Broadcast. Hi, I'm your Buckeye brother, Doug Daniels Holzmeyer. Woohoo! Are you gonna sing along with me? Aaron Scott, Buckeye. Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, hey, hey. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. You know, whenever Ohio State would score a touchdown in a big game, I used to have a corgi, and whenever Ohio State would score, I would sing that song, and the dog would go bananas, either celebrating along with me or going, "Ah, my owner is insane." Aaron Scott, Ohio State to Buckeye. Aaron Scott, a Michigan Wolverine, not. Yes, I spare no expense. I'm going to take a sip of my keto coffee. I'm trying to lose some weight in my Mattress Firm cup. I don't drink alcohol very often, so I celebrate with coffee. Aaron Scott is an Ohio State Buckeye. Was there reason to be concerned he might not be? Oh, yes, there was. Aaron Scott telling Berm last night after the commitment that indeed he was headed toward Michigan until he visited Ohio State one additional time and then remembered why it's great to be a Buckeye. Aaron, you made a lot of people happy yesterday. And I was watching that live. I don't usually do that. But when he took the Ohio State gear off the table, I must admit, I went, and then he brings the Michigan gear. He reaches in and pulls out the Ohio State jersey. I think it was number 5. And his parents stand up and they sporting Ohio State gear. I must say, very satisfying, but scary as well. And here's the thing, folks. The Michigan fans believe they still have a shot. I think they probably do if Ohio State has one of those seasons it hasn't had since 2011. They've not lost more than 2 games since 2011, actually. If they had one of those seasons that's totally unexpected, injuries, whatnot, the quarterback play, the tackle play isn't up to snuff, and Ohio State loses to Michigan a third time, loses to Penn State at home, to Notre Dame on the road, or Michigan and Madison, or Wisconsin and Madison, yeah, I could see a flip there. That would be devastating. Don't think any of that's going to happen. Although I am predicting a 14-1 season with one loss coming somewhere other than Ann Arbor. So Aaron Scott is rated among the top cornerbacks in the country. It's a little weird when you look at these rankings, and that's why composites are usually better than going with one or the other, because Bryce West, another cornerback in the state of Ohio, a lot of people comparing him to Ted Ginn, or at least Ted Ginn light. He's actually rated higher than Aaron Scott in some rankings. His composite's 46 overall, Bryce West. Aaron Scott's composite is 52. But I really think the consensus is that Aaron Scott has a little bit more upside. And the reason why Aaron Scott is 52 and Bryce West is 46 is only because 247 Sports ranks Bryce West only at like 145. So not exactly sure what's happening there, but ultimately I think Bryce West will be rated higher by 247, which means that he will pop back a little higher than he is. I think Aaron Scott is going to move up the charts. Either way, those two, along with Miles Lockhart from Arizona, give Ohio State 3 outstanding corners, and that's really, really important because that's where Ohio State was lacking the last few seasons. They haven't had great cornerback play. Yeah, I'm having flashes to the Michigan game and the Georgia game, and even the Maryland game and the Penn State game late. Not being able to cover those guys, it's just ridiculous. So hopefully that doesn't happen this year. There was another exciting commitment over the weekend. This one, if we were in 2026 right now, we would have been going bananas because Chris Henry, Chris Henry Jr., son of Chris Henry, the former Bengal receiver and West Virginia great, who died unfortunately at age 26 when he fell off a truck. He committed to Ohio State on Friday. He's considered the number one receiver in the 2026 class, the number one player in the state of Ohio, and possibly the number one player in the entire class. He is considered at least at this point, the best prospect, national prospect, since Ted Ginn was number one or number two in 2004. So Chris Henry is in the fold. So is Aaron Scott. We're waiting on some other folks here soon, hopefully soon. Let's see who we're waiting on. Dylan Stewart is rated number 10 in the country. He is the number one or number two defensive end. Dylan Scott is from Washington, D.C. The Crystal Balls are in Ohio State's favor at this time. Also at number 22, Edric Houston from Buford, Georgia. He is also 6'3", 255. That sounds more like defensive end kind of stuff, but he is supposed to grow into being an inside guy, 5-star. The only Crystal Balls are in Ohio State's favor at this time. And we flip down here. I was looking at this earlier. I actually recorded one of these broadcasts prior, and I didn't have my microphone on. Looked good, didn't sound good. Okay? Yeah, no. I'm going to one more that we're expecting. Here we go. Jeremiah McClellan, receiver, borderline top 100 player. He is from St. Louis, Missouri, Christian Brothers. He is expected to say yay to Brian Hartline sometime in the near. So whatever happens over the next few weeks, then things tend to slow down during the season. There's not a lot of commitments from September 1 until the game. And then you'll get a couple maybe between the Big Ten championship game and commitment date in mid to late December. So whatever Ohio State's going to kind of get in the fold for a while is going to happen over the next 4 weeks. And the number 2 class in the country is what they have, 19 commits. I think Georgia has 24, 25. Ohio State literally does have a legitimate chance to push Georgia for the number 1 class. Michigan's class is, I think, 5 right now, maybe 4, but is almost topped out. They have a couple more slots, unless they lose a bunch of people. And I still think that there's more fallout from this potential 4-game suspension. If Harbaugh gets the 4-game suspension for not being truthful with the NCAA, if there are some Michigan verbals who aren't kind of like locked in, when your coach gets a 4-game suspension, your future coach gets a 4-game suspension, that's when the parents and the uncles and the high school coaches kind of get together and go, you know what? He's flirted with the NFL for the last 2 years. He's being suspended 4 games this year. This could be a precursor to like what happened with Urban Meyer when he got the 3-game suspension and then decided to hang it up. I still think there could be some fallout with the Michigan season and the Michigan class. But for now, I'm pretty happy, very happy with the number 2 class in the country with the addition of Aaron Scott and off to a great start for 2026 with Chris Henry Jr., 6'5", already with a Big Ten body. Go Bucks. We'll see you again soon. If you like what we're doing here, please subscribe, hit the notification bell. Tell me what you think about the Ohio State class, what you're really thrilled about, what you would like to see change. I know we need more defensive players. If you'd like to tell me what you think, how the season's going to go, and put a prediction for the 2023 season. That's in the previous broadcast. Make it a great day. And again, I'm going to put my Mattress Firm cup up to the screen and remind you that I do work there. That's how I make my living. Certainly don't make it doing this. Not yet, anyway. And I work at the Morris Crossing Easton store several days a week. Also, the Diamond Plaza, Morris Road, Stelzer location. So if you're in the market for a mattress, come see me soon. Make it a great day. Go Buckeyes. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.